Its profit is now almost 8 grand. Welcome back to the channel, hope you're doing well. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, stick around for the journey. Editing this video, and I want to make one thing clear. This is something you should be doing once you're already making money. Go ahead and watch this video all the way through. I'm going to leave an emoji at some time during this video. All you've got to do to enter this is email me the emoji that I left in the video. Please don't go into the comments and leave the emoji. It's obviously just a bit of fun. I'm going to select someone that emails me the emoji on Christmas Day this year, do 2 calls with me for completely free. And yeah, hopefully it's just a little bit of fun for Christmas. And yeah, like I said, don't just think that this Etoro investing is going to be something that you're going to like get rich from. Like, please don't. If you've got money to invest, I would invest in yourself before you invest in any of these stocks. Like, invest into yourself. Start your own business. My name is Olley. I run a social media marketing agency here in the UK. So if that sounds like a bit of you, like I said, hit the buttons, hit all of the buttons until they explode. Investing for complete beginners. Now, this is definitely a category that I fall into. Investing is not my forte, but people of this channel and people that are interested in personal finance and online businesses, finance and investing is going to be something that you are going to be interested in. So I'm going to quickly break down what I would do as a complete beginner, and I'm also going to recommend some other people to go and check out, because ultimately that is what I'm here to do, is to just provide value to you at home. So yeah, hopefully the people in the description, they're going to be people that are going to definitely help you. There's going to be some channels that talk a lot further into detail when it comes to investing, but I'm just going to give you a beginner's perspective. I use something called Etoro. So if this is like your first ever time of going on and trying to learn how to invest, I would suggest starting with Etoro, simply because of how it's been made. It's been made with the intention for beginners. Okay, so firstly you just want to log in, and the reason that I like Etoro to the extent that I do is because you can do a real and you can do a virtual account. Now, what does that mean? It means that you can trade your own money, and it also means that you can have a virtual account where you can do different tests and stuff. So you can see here, like I said, I am in no way some like serial investor, but I am slowly investing and, you know, reinvesting profits into these investments, right? And Etoro does make it very, very simple and easy to follow. Now, I don't have some crazy investment strategy. Like I said, I am not like a stock investor or anything. I'm just investing my profits and just testing. You know, it's just fun. I'm a bit of a nerd, so it's just fun for me to do this. And please do it with money that you can afford to lose. Like, this is money that I've put in here with no real expectation. You've got 2 accounts, or you can open 2 accounts. You can open a real and a virtual account. So you can see here, if I swap to this virtual account, you're going to see I am balling in this virtual account. What you can do is you can actually do these virtual trades and just see, look, imagine that. That would be lovely if that was my actual investment portfolio. But it's really cool that you can come in and you can do this, and you can see that in this virtual account, I invested $12,000 into Apple, and you can see that its profit is now almost 8 grand, basically. So $8,000, that is. And the reason I've selected these sort of people are they're just businesses that I personally am interested in, and I don't see going anywhere. So what I mean by that is, like, Apple for me is like one of the biggest companies in the world, and I can only see it escalating. You know, the fact that the phones come out the other day and like they was like pretty much all sold out within the first week or something like that. And the thing is with Apple is they've got such a good business model. Everyone that knows me will know that I used to have my own channel that was solely like focused around Apple products, because I'm a big Apple person. I love Apple products. I love Mac. Me personally, if I could put my money into any company, it would be Apple, and probably Facebook as well, which you can see is also on that list. AT&T, supposedly a really good one. I only done that one not so long ago. Like I said, this is a virtual account, and I'm just split testing different things and just playing around with it, to be honest. And then once I have sort of like a proof of concept, then I'm actually going ahead into my real portfolio and I'm slowly investing into it. So who should you invest in? I can't really sit here and say, okay, invest into this person, invest into this person. But at the end of the day, I look at businesses that I don't see going anywhere, as in I can only see them continuing to rise over time. So Facebook and Apple are definitely up there. Tesla is up there for me. Bitcoin, I just done Bitcoin because I was interested in seeing what happened if I was to put $1,000 into Bitcoin. And you can see here that you've got a pretty solid return on the investment here. So it's almost worth 2,000 now, and when I bought it at 1,000. And I know that Bitcoin has been rising over the last month or so potentially. I know that it's had a big spike, that almost like it had when Bitcoin first sort of come about, and everyone was sort of like talking about it in the first sense. But if I go onto my real portfolio, you can just see, like I said, this is a complete beginner's tutorial. This is just something that you can do with extra income. Please don't do this if you have like however much money in your account and then just put everything into it, looking at this thinking, oh, I could do with an extra $30, like it's not going to be worth it, right? But bear in mind that everything that I do within this portfolio is long term. Okay, this is all long term actionable things that I'm investing in. So you can see the two that I've got at the moment are Apple and Facebook. Which is it's a long term strategy, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to invest a small amount of profits every single time that, you know, every single month that I can put into this. I'm just putting little bits in, and I've only been doing this, I think I've done the majority of this within the last month. I've used Etoro for a while, but I didn't really know what I was doing at times, and I would like test stuff, and then like they would be losing money, and then I'd be going in and out, like Bitcoin as well. Like obviously you can get sucked into certain things, but that's why I'm saying instead of Bitcoin, because like unless you do some serious research, and like I said, if you're doing serious research, then you're not a beginner when it comes to investing. Like this is solely like a on the side. Okay, you got some extra income that you want to put aside, and you know you're willing to lose. Like obviously no one wants to lose money, but this is extra income that I was putting into here for a long-term investment. It's not something that I was planning to put X amount in and in a month's time try and get X amount out. So yeah, Apple, Facebook, and another one that I want to invest in is Amazon. So Amazon will be the next one on my list, I think. And essentially what you're trying to do is you're just trying to snowball all of these stocks until they're obviously making a good amount of profit. Etoro does pay out a dividends dependent on the stock, obviously, and depending on the individual stock when their dividends come and they pay you a dividends. I know for a fact that I just missed Apple's dividends. I'm pretty sure it was like the 10th of November or something, and I actually bought the Apple stock like the 28th, I believe it is. And I actually made a mistake, so that's why I wanted to come on and just talk about my mistake. I actually recently interviewed Anna, who is under the Panda Boss on YouTube, and I'm going to leave her link below. She's one of the suggestions I would suggest to go check out if you are interested further in learning about investing this kind of way. So yeah, like this is just something that I'm sort of doing, and I genuinely think it could help other people. Like I said, don't go in and put crazy amounts of money in. This isn't like a get rich quick scheme, definitely not. But if it is something that you can afford to do, I'm no financial advisor. I doubt a financial advisor would tell you to go on to Etoro and invest a load of money into here, but it is also good. And especially like when I was traveling last year, when me and Sarah was traveling, I think I had about $500 in Facebook. Like I genuinely forgot that I even had the money in the Etoro account, and because we was traveling, I was just like, oh, like I'll take that out. Like I wasn't as clued up now in terms of like my long-term thinking with investing. I just see it as like, oh, I've got $500 in that account, I can withdraw that and use it while we was traveling. And obviously you got to live in the moment, you got to live for today, and we was traveling and an extra $500 was cool. Like it was whatever, a couple of nights in a hotel or something along those lines. So yeah, hopefully that helps, guys. I'm just going to quickly show you how you would actually make an investment on here and just show you the mistake that I made, and Anna actually corrected it for me. So what you basically have with inside your actual Etoro account is like a watch list. You'll have your portfolio, and you'll also have a news feed. Okay, so the news feed, people, is almost like a Facebook news feed. People can come in and say, I invested X into gold, for example, and I sold it at so and so, and they made a profit of however much, and you can see that all goes down on here. But I don't pay too much attention to this, to be honest with you, because obviously, like I said, I'm just investing in companies that I know personally, and I just can only see them going up and up and up. And you can see like here with Amazon, for example, I would think that, and you can see here that 100% are buying. So underneath you can see 59% are buying, and then the other percentage are selling. Okay, so you can tell that everyone is selling their stocks at that price, whereas Amazon is decreasing. So the way that I look at that is, okay, the value of it is going down, so you want to buy it when the value is down in the expectation that it's going to go back up. Okay, so you want to buy for, it's like anything, you want to buy cheap and you want to sell for high. Okay, so imagine like flipping. If you've got any flippers here, imagine if I could put this into side hustlers terms, is like, imagine you had a PlayStation and you went and bought it for $100 and then you went and sold it for $150. It's exactly the same but in stock format. But you need to think, obviously it's not the same with PlayStation, but imagine if, like, instead of like the PlayStation 5 came out, right? So imagine that PlayStation just continued getting more value because of PlayStation's name, okay? Whereas a console obviously isn't, because there's going to be a new console every single time. Whereas the stock, that's why I would say, instead of buying Apple products, buy Apple stock, okay? Because say for example, I was looking for my phone, but it's in the safe, right? My Apple laptop, right? So when I bought this MacBook Pro, it was worth let's say £1,500, for example, right? Whereas now it has decreased in value. Why? Because there's newer models that have come out, which has obviously decreased the value. Whereas if I was to have put that £1,500 I spent on this MacBook into Apple stock, that £1,500 would potentially be worth double, triple, 3 times the amount than it was at that time. Okay, so it's almost like a reverse. Okay, so it's the same with Amazon. It's like if you buy a product off Amazon, it's probably not going to hold its value, or it's going to decrease over time. Whereas if you was to spend the money that you're paying for the product on Amazon and put it into Amazon stock, then of course over time Amazon's value is going to get bigger and bigger, because other people are falling into the trap of buying that stuff that they don't actually need. I probably just rambled on about stuff that didn't really correlate with the video, but I think that would have genuinely helped some people. But to go on to actually purchasing some stocks, we're going to go on and we're just going to use the virtual account just so we can actually go through and purchase a stock inside the account. And this is what I would suggest doing first. Like, don't go in and start spending money straight away investing in stocks. Go into the virtual account, have a little play around with it for at least a week, 2 weeks, even a month if you can, and start building up that extra income that you are going to invest into a stock when the time is right. Let's just use Amazon for a quick example. We're just going to click onto that stock, and now you can see straight away a couple of key things. What I would suggest is looking at the feed on the individual one, just because you can see a couple of key indicators. You can see what people are talking about it. So 9 green months in a row, like that would be a good indicator to me that it would be a good thing to go ahead and invest into Amazon. So you can go onto here and you can see stats as well. And now basically what the stats is going to show you is it's going to show you where the price of the stock is at this moment in time and where it has been. Okay, so you can see here, if we go 1 day, it's obviously going to change, because you can see even today, like it was up high and now it's really down low. So you may have heard of like day trading. Like people could go in and buy it at, like, let's really dumb this down. Okay, so let's say for example I bought £5 worth of this Amazon stock right now, and then in 3 hours time I looked back and that £5, the £5 of what I bought is now worth £8. I could then sell the stock for £8 and I've made the difference in profit. Okay, would not suggest doing day trading. Go check out Behez's video as well. He's got like a really cool video when it comes to day trading. I'm pretty sure he actually profited from it, but even he would suggest, like, do not do that. I definitely would suggest not doing that. But you can go onto the chart as well, and this is going to show you sort of the same thing that this little chart does here, but obviously in more detail, and you can get a little bit more specific. So if you come all the way down, you can see when this stock first came live, or when it first came live on Etoro, that you can see it was all the way down here, and it slowly got bigger and bigger over time. Obviously, as Mr. Bezos has filled his pockets, it has become a more and more valuable asset. So when you're ready to invest, you can just hit trade, set at some big dollars up there, so 10,000. What we're going to do is we're just going to put like $500 into it, for example. And now there's a couple of key things that you want to look at here. Is you want to make sure you're buying and not selling. Obviously you can do the selling. I have not got any experience when it comes to selling them like that. Obviously you need to own it to sell it, but we're going to do buying, and we're just gonna show you how to do it like so. So the stop loss, basically what this means is you can set this that when the stock drops to minus $250 of what you purchased it at. So say for example, I invest this $500, right? And over time, that $500 slowly declines and is only worth $250. The stop loss is basically like an automatic setting that you can set up that when it gets to that $250, it's gonna automatically stop the loss, okay? It's gonna stop me continuing losing money on that stock. Whereas vice versa, you can see I've got take profit to 5,000, which is good. And that is going to be automatic. That is going to be automatic leverage. What you want to make sure is that you don't do this times 2-1. This is what I done, and I didn't realize that this was the wrong thing to do. It was only after Anna explained to me that what this basically is. And obviously this is also do your research. This, like I said, makes it so easy to invest, but you also still need to do your due diligence when it comes to investing. Like, don't just, because it makes it so much easier. It's like a game to invest in these stocks at this point on this Etoro. But also do your due diligence. Have a look into it properly. Like, I didn't even know what this CFD trade means, and it does literally say there, higher leverage means higher risk. So make sure you got the ×1, and you can see it says you're buying an underlying asset, and then it's got like a commission fee. Okay, so we're just gonna hit open trade, and you can see buy Amazon position opened at so and so, right? And because I think I've already bought Amazon, it's just gonna, okay, so it's added it to the bottom here. Look, cool. So you can see I've literally just invested it, and you can see that it's lost 19 cents. Winning. But that will continue obviously changing, and that's why you want to monitor it. So like you can see it's now gone to minus 15 cents, and we could come back in 10 minutes from now and it could be plus $2 or something along those lines. So hopefully that helped, guys. Please let me know if you're looking to get into investing. Like I said, don't just go in and start splashing your money into here. Do your due diligence and start doing it wisely. What I would suggest is go ahead and put a certain amount of your monthly income aside to put into investing. This is something that I'm trying to do. I'm just taking an allocated amount of money every single month moving forward to slowly dabble in and start like compounding my investments within Etoro. And Etoro is just one of the platforms I use, by the way. Should have mentioned that at the start, but Etoro I think is like the most user friendly one, and that's why I'm sort of using this one a lot, or not a lot, as you can see. Like I'm only doing the virtual ones and a couple of normal trades, but I also use Trading 212 and what's the other one? Free Trade is the other one, and there's another one. What's the other one? Coinbase is another one that I do like Bitcoin and stuff on, because I had that account from like when, that's what I used with Bitcoin before, and I also started using Etoro ages ago for Bitcoin, but I've still got some Bitcoin in my Coinbase account, and that's just been sitting there. Same again, I didn't do that with the intention to put X amount in to get X amount out. These are the things, guys, that you're going to slowly start compounding on all of these investments and building multiple streams of income and designing a future for yourself. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it helps. If you made it this far, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Hollywood 6.